Hey guys, good evening. I hope everyone is doing excellently well, and I hope life is treating you all great. And just wanted to let you know that this stream is brought to you by JSD Supply. And I mean, not technically, because they don't pay me or anything. But I just wanted to show them some love. Y'all know they're a great company. So make sure if you're going to be, doing stuff that requires stuff that, use their stuff. There's some other information that I could give you to save some money and get some, free shipping and all that. The first question I'd like to ask is, what did everyone have for dinner? Please put in chat what you had for dinner. I'm a foodie. I love food. We're going to be talking about some lasagna, pasta sauce, how to make the best pasta sauce from tomatoes from scratch. Uh, Excellent spice recipe. I mean, guys, tonight's just going to blow you out of the water. Loki, Sky, what's up, brother? How you been? Right now we're about to get started, so make sure that you count down. Some SLR discount codes, man. I don't even know. I've only touched an SLR a few times. There's actually some SLR pieces I've been admiring, which we can discuss as well. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of blown. Um, They're on their way out. Best believe that, bro. They'll never be on their way out. It is impossible to stop the signal. How and Gerchop, I love you, but how could you be here for as long as you have and not understand that it is absolutely impossible to stop the signal? Now, yes, it may be that, one day companies stop supplying items like that to individuals, but you can't stop it. Um, really have any codes for an S? What is that? SL8? I don't even know what that is. Um, the Patmos slides and barrels as good as clock like the holder for 50,000 rounds or more. Honestly, I haven't pushed them anywhere near that. I will say I've gotten a couple that were super tight tolerances, and I thought they um, catfish. um, I will stop it. Well, no, and I wasn't busting your chops like that, Gert. Busting your chops. But it's just like you know that. So you're right. And I'll get back in a second. From a legislative standpoint, probably they'll probably do it without legislation. But from a legality standpoint, you're likely right. Unfortunately, but they can never stop it for real, for real. Um, but hold up, going back to what we were just talking about prior to that. Hold up. Oh, so I've never pushed him that far. If you got 50,000 of those things laying around, shoot them over here. I got you. Uh, but there were a couple that I got that were like super tight on the tolerances, and I tried them like all on different lowers just to see kind of what type of if it was the lower, if it was the rails or whatever, because definitely on the 80s you'll get rails that are all different specs. They have not been able to truly nail down the specs of the rails, but um, after like a mag or two, it is like running like a champ. So I haven't had any issues with even the tight ones. I've seen some like lag and be sluggish and not go into battery. There's just so many things when you're building to take into consideration to make adjustments and all that. I'm gonna guess, Luigi, that that means good evening, friends in Italian. Here I am, Dirk. Oh, that's Gerchop's line. What's up, Chief Keef? Tactical Pineapple. This reminds me, I need to put the link for the complete lower model back on my website. Yeah, and by the way, Tactical Pineapple, I feel terrible because I was like, yeah, we got Invader Zip coming on, we got Babyface P coming on, and I got someone else. It's I can't recall off the top of my head, and it was Tactical Pineapple who's the other guest. I'm also excited to say, get ready for this one, okay? When we're talking about a guest lineup, I have the the one and only Adam Grubb coming on the show. Finally coming on the show. I have been pressing him and pressing him to come on the show for literally months. And no, Tactical Pineapple, I just felt bad because I like forgot and it's just drawing I drew a blank, but I feel bad I forgot about you. But I didn't forget about you. I forgot about the slot and who I filled it with. So much love, brother. Um, okay, so speaking of going blank in my mind, uh, which has actually been something that I've been dealing with post recovery from the 19. Um, Dang, bro, what was I just talking about? Am I gonna have to rewind myself to see what I was just talking about, bro? Dang, which is actually pretty blank, but I feel hold up. Oh yeah, okay, all right, that's right. Sorry, I remembered before I rewound myself. That is so sad. It's honestly after since I got sick and got better and recovered, I'm at like 95% now. But I'll just randomly like I still got some energy issues. Like I am dragging with energy, super low lung capacity, and I'll just like my brain will literally just go blank, and I'll be like, "Where am I at? What am I doing?" Or um, it's just one of those things. Ralph, what's up, brother? This man reminded us of I know, dude. I'm telling you. I talked to a couple folks and they're like, "Yeah, I had the same thing." Like, dude, I talked to was like, I would be leading a meeting in front of like 50 people and be like, and just forget and have to BS his way back to his notes. But back to what I was saying, I have the Adam Grubb coming on the channel. Now, if you do not know who Adam Grubb is, um, Adam Grubb is a straight up American mofo who, let's just say, there's a story online that is very, very public about what he went through in his life. And he's a machinist, and he made a lot of things that certain alphabet agencies would frown upon. And ew, American. Um, he made a lot of things that there are a lot of restrictions on, like machine guns. And what's up, Crumpy? Man, I got some straight. All right, I'm gonna have to show y'all who Adam Grubb is. Hold on, because y'all, once you see it, you're gonna be like, hold up, what? Okay, hold up. We don't talk about Bruno, no, no, no. Me before I was arrested. Oh, okay. Y'all, so the goodies here, Yeah, it's in the description. Okay. Um, so this is going to be a video that who's peeing Ralph? Come on, come on. Um, he did nail the landing. He is very much alive and still with us. And if he didn't make it through that flight, I would have said that it, he purchased his ticket from the Clinton Foundation. Okay, my apologies for guzzling in your ear. Okay, so I'm gonna screen share this ish. Hold up. What would you do? Oh, stop! Don't go yet. All right, let me bring him back to the beginning. All right, so this dude is straight up G. He's the effing man. He is the effing man. He is the man with every answer and every solution to every 80 problem you could possibly imagine. Bruh, bruh, bruh. All right, dude, I can't believe that you got over it that quickly. Like, that's a blessing. That ish killed my A's. All right. So we're going to watch this real quickly. It's just a 4-minute video. And then I'm going to read you guys a story, which you'll likely S your P's. But I got to go mute or you guys are going to get an echo. So hold on. Gangster.
No, 9mm. Yep.
So he was really good at making stuff and shooting guitars.
Not gold.
Yeah, Adam is coming on the show. Oh, nice, Loki.
Got it.
Got him.
Recording. Oh, yeah. All right. Ready? Yeah. Recording. 1, 2, 3. Oh, dude, you didn't have ear protection on. I know.
Rivet.
Okay. Ready? Yep. Here we go.
So funny enough, the videos are what got him. Holy
The hell were
spool.
you shooting at?
I know, too many choices. Me too, brother. What's up, Kay Salesman? Dirt McGirt? John Rice?
Smoking.
Crump, are you dealing with like
Fucking do it
total
dirty and
brain
let's leave.
farts? Like where you go blank in your mind?
Yep.
Damn, that joint moved him back. Oh, Opie.
That was
Opie, bro.
bad.
Shoulder hit that truck. It's okay. It's alright. Dead.
Uh-oh. That ain't good.
Dead.
Ouch!
Yep. That's it.
That's it?
Not it.
Done?
Are you done? I think that's it. Hold on.
Or did ya?
I think this is a recording of a
Well,
video, recording a
I got money to
video
turn my phone around.
while recording a video. This is
go.
the
Like
Inception
this?
Anytime. Yeah.
VHS tape.
Shit.
Okay.
Do semi
Go.
first.
Pasta sauce.
Record. Oh no.
Oh, it's on semi. Flip down on semi.
Oh no.
Man, that rate of fire is just literally perfect. You can tell that some of them were made appropriately. Maybe some of them, you know, you know, I won't say anything negative about his machining capabilities because the story I'm going to start here is, and Adam Grubb, if you're out there watching, don't be all bashful. I know you get, don't get embarrassed. This is a story of incredible machining and proof that you cannot ever stop the signal because of skills and abilities. Skills and abilities will always trump everything that you got. I don't know if I can say that word, but they will always be elevated beyond anything you got. You're prepping, you're hoarding stuff. Guess what? Skills and abilities are going to outlast everything that you have. Um, and this dude made a sten out of an exhaust pipe. Out of an exhaust pipe. Okay? It's just one of those people that like they look at something and they're like, "Huh, how could I turn this into magic?" And so here's the story. Oh, I closed the MF page. Hold up. Let me go back here real quick. Pause for dramatic effect. I got you. All right. I guess I can still screen share while I read this. Hold on one sec. Just for fair use and stuff. Someone say magic? What up, House Cat? Vanessa Kitty, Sky, Luigi, it's Luigi. OPJC9, what up, y'all? Sorry I didn't go through and say what's up to you guys. My apologies. I was making this pasta sauce and this lasagna, and steak. Okay. Um, okay, so let's go ahead and take a look through the description. Okay. The first gun I ever built was a British Mark III Sten machine carbine, 9 millimeter, and it took me about 2 weeks to manufacture it. The only tools I had were a drill press, die grinder, welder, and needle files. I made the receiver out of a muffler pipe from AutoZone, LOL, naturally, and I'm test firing it in my dad's basement in the first clip of this video, what led to the arrest. Months before all this had happened, I had taken some of the machine guns to West Virginia to shoot and have some fun with my uncle, and then decided when I went back to Ohio to just leave the guns for safekeeping with my uncle in West Virginia. Then, while I was back in Ohio, my uncle got into a fight with someone while some girl was on the phone with the police, 911. He fired the AK in the air and they heard the Mac dump over the phone call while she was on with 911. Okay. So they're on the phone with this chick, like, what's the problem? What's going on? And they hear, and they hear a whole Mac dump in the air. So they rush to the scene as my uncle was just putting the guns in his trunk to get rid of them. They got him in the driveway with my guns. And so that's when the ATF was called. Then he gave the ATF a videotape with me on it in the video you are watching to prove that they were not his guns and said, "This is the guy you want." Okay, now take all the time that you would like to, you know, in a very creative way, verbally attack his uncle for being a snitch. And it figures my luck, the headquarters of the ATF is in West Virginia, 244 Needy Road. I've written a lot of tax stamp checks to them. Little did I know, the ATF traveled to Ohio and U.S. Marshals from Washington, D.C. to where I was, northwestern Ohio. They watched my routine for 2 weeks. They watched me go into work and they watched me to go to the restaurant every day before work. They watched me get off work and they had my phone tapped. They actually waited till I left for work one day to approach me and they got me at the restaurant before work. My uncle called me to let me know what happened and that they were listening. So pause for a second, okay? So one of my boys was actually contacted by the ATF as well regarding two handguns that he had sold. They ended up being used in crimes and stuff like that. Um, they did the same thing. They watched him. They tried to find somewhat of a routine. He didn't have as much of a routine, but they caught him they caught him, off guard. I mean, they didn't like catch him and grab him and arrest him or anything, but they questioned him in a very disruptive manner on purpose. Sometimes they try to catch you off guard. What they did is when he pulled up to his parking lot at work, got out of his car and started walking to the building, they literally walked right in front of him, intercepted him, and they were like, "Hey, what's going on, homie?" And so they'll catch you off the humble like that. So just be aware. I had buried all what was illegal in one big hole in the ground. They said they would have never found the guns. The way I buried them, the ATF said, they would have lasted 100 years. They had nothing on me if my uncle had not given them the videotape. When they told me they had the videotape, I broke down and started crying. I had to show them where the hole was, where everything was that I worked so hard for, everything, and it was gone in an hour. The ATF told me I had over $1 million worth of machine guns and firearms, over 40,000 rounds of ammunition, and I had $118,000 invested, and they even took my AK-47 history book. They took many sentimentals too, and everything in my dad's that was a gun or anything to do with a gun. The only gun I got to keep was a 44 Magnum revolver that was my dad's, and it exploded on me when I was 16. Not a piece of it hit me, and I still have it to this day. The reason I didn't go to jail that day because I had a perfect record and they found a little tiny bit of weed in my toolbox. Sounds funny, I know, but my uncle told them that I was suicidal and I would kill myself if they had taken my guns, but I'm not suicidal. That's good to know. I don't know why he told them that, but if they hadn't found the weed, I would have went to jail because they would have had to leave the legal guns there and take me to jail so I wasn't around my guns. The reason they took all my legal guns was because they found the weed. Then I didn't have to go to jail, but I would have rather went to jail and kept all my guns. I had a lot of money in all my legal guns, and man, I had some super rare ones. But at least they can't take what's in my head. Huh? See? And they can never take that. I haven't forgotten anything. I love this part of it. I haven't forgotten anything. And if anything, I've learned more since. They told me I had done nothing wrong other than I didn't pay the tax stamps for the machine guns and suppressors. I mean, depending, right? Like if they were like pre 86, or if he had no 702 and da da da. He was making silencers as well that I manufactured, and they were very impressed by my work. They said my silencers worked better than the factory silencers you could legally buy or you could buy legally. All in all, if I had to do this all over again, I would do it again, the very same thing, even knowing that I would get busted. I would still do it again. I had a lot of fun and learned a lot of good memories. Hell, I had more fun in my 20s than most people have in a lifetime. LOL. Just want to thank everyone for all the comments, good and bad. They mean a lot to me because seeing the good and the bad comments shows me how many will be on the good side when shit hits the fan. God bless all of you. Yeet. So that's intense, man. 40,000 rounds, man. I would like to have 40,000 rounds. I definitely do not have 40,000 rounds. I'm not too far. So he's going to be coming on the show the following Saturday. So We were supposed to have Invader Zip coming on tonight, but he had some family thing come up, so he wasn't able to join us tonight. But that's totally fine because real life is more important than internet life. And yeah, so I told him that we'll reschedule. He can only do Saturdays though. Um, what up, Angry Sarge? What am I getting stuck on over here, y'all? All right. Um, what up, Angry Sarge? It's cracking. And again, if y'all haven't checked out HCM Holsters, Angry Sarge is helping represent HCM Holsters. They do crazy work, and they got some of the sickest holsters. Literally, some of the best Kydex work out there. Holster companies that I know of, and they're gonna not be happy when they hear that. But I love all y'all. But HCM is sick nasty with the shit that they do. So we're gonna have Invader Zip on tonight. He's the one that designed and created the arc, which, if you don't know what the arc is, it is a multi-caliber design that you can burr with a printer, and yeah, super dope. Ralph knows all about it. I think he's got Ralph. Don't you have a video or two on that lower or something like that? I can't recall. Maybe we'll look it up tonight. But it's sick, dude. The arc is nasty. Um, what's up, Ting Ting? Yeah, and I'm sorry I didn't go through and actually. If you don't know, PD Ralph has them 3D stands on his website. I actually dig them pretty dope. They are dope. They're super dope. I was actually thinking of grabbing some, man. I need something to like just you know, place the hammers on while I'm working. Um, it's a pasta build. There you go. Yeah, keep that food talk going. Um, he can zip my gun. Ting ting, you scared the piss out of him. Okay, yeah. So yeah, and Invader Zip was on Ralph's stream last night, so super dope. And yeah, he had something come up, so we had to reschedule. So respect, do your thing. So it's Saturday, so then next Tuesday is going to be Tactical Pineapple coming on the show. Then Thursday we have Babyface P coming on the show. Then the following Saturday we have Adam Grubb coming on the show, and then I have a few other people scheduled, but it's actually getting kind of crazy. Like I haven't been like 2 weeks scheduled with guests like ever. Um, yeah, so I'm excited, man. Aegis, what's cracking, Aegis? Speaking of the best in the industry, Aegis got the best gun care products out there. Actually, the person that I sent one of the kits to that won one of the cleaning kits in the 2000 sub giveaway, um, sent me a message and was like, "Dude, thank you so much for this kit. Like, it's the best." So great to hear that. Truth Seeker, what's cracking? Love the name, as I always say. Sport Brand, what up? What up? Oh, nice. Thank you for dropping the link there for Ralph. Appreciate that. Showing some support. And actually, before the night's over, I'll share the links for my affiliate links. And factually, I am being accepted into a rather unique program, which is an affiliate program that would give me some access to like a lot of stuff that's in our like world. So it'll be dope. Get to save you guys some money and also get some channel support for it. But I can't put any of this stuff on. The only thing I can do is at best put it in the chat like I'm doing now, which technically I'm still not supposed to do. Um, oh, come on. Hold on. I'll drop the other one in here too. Give me one sec. We don't talk about Bruno, no. Jiminy Crickets. Hold on. Boom. Okay. Got it. It's hard because I got two affiliality accounts, so I got to do one for JSD and one for. Oh, bro, the reCAPTCHA. Dang it. No, I'm not a robot. It's funny because we always complain about having to do like the CAPTCHA and stuff like that, and then somebody like gains access to our account and like steals our identity, and we're like, "Oh my God, what's going on? How could this happen?" All right, there you go. Um, okay. I don't know of any other G43 stands out there. I literally learned how to CAD and design it from scratch. Nice, dude. They're only $13 a piece. Nice. That's what's up, man. I was actually mentioning, hold on. So I would say that I'm getting my first printer. Um, my first printer, but it's technically not true. I actually have a printer back there. I don't know if y'all can see it. It's chilling. I just could not get it leveled. Could not get it to work. Um, I had some serious issues with it. I did finally clean the nozzle. I did finally, mess with the bed leveling and all the settings and all that. And I did a couple test prints, and it was just dog shit. So. Um, Out of nowhere, a viewer comes out and he's like, "Yo, I just upgraded to an Ender 5. Who wants the my Ender 3?" And I probably shouldn't have done this because I'm like it's my channel, but I was like, "Me, me, 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 me," and he's sending it. Should be here Monday. I'm so stoked. But these little guys, bro. So 2A 3D print makes these. He designed them. I mean, I actually posted on Instagram about him, and I was like, dude, if anybody came to me ever and was like, yo, I got something for you. It'll help your pinholes be better on your 80 percenters. I'd be like, bro, my pinholes are just fine. You can take that and fuck off, you know? And I was out at the Oaks, Pennsylvania gun show, and I mean, this was probably one of the most like beautiful, like freedom events ever because people were coming in and they were coming to the show. I mean, first time buyers, right? And then they're walking in and then they're buying a kit, and then they get to say, hey, on your way out, there's a class to learn how to build that so you can actually leave with a functioning firearm. So people would come in and be like, "Hey, I just bought this," and we'd be like, "Great, here you go." And all of them were giving these people these, and they were using drills. And first, I'll say it was so dope to see all these people fanned out in the room, sitting here like building. And when I came in, I got a little experience building, so I was able to kind of sit down and help some of the people there. Um, Oaks is coming up in a few weeks. Oh, nice. Um, Dang, that's right. Yeah, there was another in February that they mentioned. Um, Makes holes more holy. Yeah. Well, the funny thing is, what's up, Zach? The funny thing is like I would have slapped somebody if they were like, "Yo, I can make your holes better." I'd be like, "Dog, my holes are just fine. All right, my pins are like on point. My pins got pins calling them like, "Yo, can I holler at you?" Anyway, um, so I literally would have like drawn on somebody and like laughed at them, made fun of them, and probably made an Instagram post about how stupid they are. But being there, watching these people use hand drills that have probably never drilled anything in their life. Like they may have been able to use an electronic screwdriver to put up like the thing that they hang their keys on in the kitchen or some shit. And their holes were literally perfect. And I was like, bro, I can literally punch the pin in with my bare hand, like raw dog, with my bare hand like on the first go around, like this is crazy because I go back over mine with like I got the cylindrical files, I got the box files, the rat tail files, and I go back over all my stuff. And I'm seeing these fools use these, and they're just like, "Oh yeah, it goes right in there." Like, what? So yeah, so I got three of them from. Ooh, wayo. I got three of them from 2A 3D Print. He prints these. He actually sells them on his website, I believe, as well. But he designed them, bleh, designed them himself as well. And what you do is when you have your 80, you literally just set the one, whether it's the M3 or the M4, you set it over the hole, and then you just use it as a guide to go into the jig, and it keeps it perfectly aligned. Perfectly aligned. It's crazy. And I know I'm like all over this, but like, bro, like it's a game changer in the community. So yeah, 2A 3D print. He's the man. Um, so thank you for that. But Spirit 39 Pike in Dark House tonight. Speared 39 inches pike and what? I don't think I get that. And too many choices is typing in kanji. Drill, always drill, oversize. So I usually didn't use a drill. I usually used a Dremel that only runs at 35,000 RPM, which is like, pipe head speed. And most people say, "What's up, Savinity?" Most people say, "Dude, do it as fast and as like just burn it up, like ying, just like go through as quickly as you can." You got some people that are like, "Nah, you need to go, slow, otherwise you'll melt the polymer." And you got different sets of people saying different things. Um, I like to just burn through it, and being able to use the jig is super helpful. The jig to the jig, and just burn through that joint like ying ying. And yeah, so that's what I does, cause spearfishing on Autobahn for northern. Oh, nice. You went spearfishing? Did you catch anything? For real people, even if you don't live in Maryland, contact the Maryland AG and tell them you don't agree with this bill. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. They're like straight like banning 80s. Why not? I've trolled Furby, My Little Pony chat rooms for years. Bro, Ralph pulled up the jar. Oh, he pulled up the jar on stream last night, and he was like, What is it?" And to be honest, I didn't know what it was prior either. Um, God, that was foul. Dremel press for the win for sure. I I need a drill press too, by the way. Well, I don't need one. I should have a drill press. Wilbur, I see your Dremel drill press and raise you a milling machine. Yeah, bro. Uh, Shooting Gallery New England did his 320 on a mill. And honestly, no shade. I'm just saying. It didn't even look clean at all. I didn't get my vice yet. I haven't gotten anything, man. I've been so just kind of trapped. So basically, being out for that long, being sick for that long with the karate cold, like that got me, man. That took me out, and it put me in a dark place, man. I didn't get to see my family. I didn't get to see my daughter on, Christmas Eve and Christmas and New Year's and my birthday, and it was just this like 2 week thing where it was just like terrible. And my daughter would FaceTime me and be crying like, "Daddy, I miss you so much," and I just had to keep her safe so she could still go to school and keep my wife safe and all that. And you know, so that was pretty shitty. But anyway, we reconvened and all that. And since then, I've been because I'm running a business essentially. So I'm helping run a business, and if I don't work, I don't eat. So I'm getting back up and running in my professional life, and that takes priority. So I'm basically like each day locking myself in an office for 10 hours, and I'm just cranking as much out as I can so I can do my thing, so I can work. And of course, I do my thing. I go out, I do appointments, I do meetings, I do, other like type of leadership stuff here and there. But that's basically it. I know, man. I know, Sarge. It's crazy. Yeah, for sure, Jeff Cron. I feel you. I'm super blessed. Thank you, Bob. I appreciate it. I know, and a lot of y'all emailed. Some people emailed to make sure that I wasn't like suicided or something, which was kind of funny. I got a laugh out of it. Um, he did straight up pull the My Little Pony jar. That shit was so foul. Um, yeah, no. So it was cool because like while I was sitting there like dying in bed, like I still appreciated all the love. I appreciated everything. And I mentioned something about this in another stream where I was like, man, when I was like laying in bed like dying for 2 weeks, like my fever was like 103 to 104 when I woke up, and I had to like um what up, Toy Town? And I had to like start eating Advil and Tylenol like right away to get my fever back down, and it was brutal. Like it got to the point where I had to eat so much Advil that I literally pissed blood because my kidneys were fucked up anyway from all the years of substance abuse and stuff like that. Um, even though I'm clean for over 11 years, so there's that. That was fun. And as I was getting hit up, like I loved the emails from all y'all. I loved, for those that were hitting me up through Instagram, through, all other sorts of ways. I appreciate y'all. When I was complaining about people checking on me, that was more so about like my family, right? So family and friends and coworkers and people like in my real life. Um, they don't really like aren't really like in tune with what I do in this world. Dark, when you get a bug of any kind, drink 1 liter of Canada Dry tonic water with quinine once a day for 5 days. It tastes like ass, but it helps you recover faster. Really? That's interesting. I had never heard that. Um, I'd heard things about like vitamins and zinc and vitamin D and um, all sorts of stuff like that. What's up, T for Tejas? Um, Odd that the flu has disappeared this year. I know, 0 cases. It's incredible. It's remarkable. We beat it, y'all. We made it. Um, cool if you don't mill them yourself. Yeah. What kind of triggers we talking about? Dude, okay. So the Alpha Tango Foxtrot boys, um, in a raid, I was reading, I don't know if you guys know this, but there's a document that you can pull up. It is public where you can read every single thing that the ATF has seized like that year. Now it's like a month behind, but I was reading that they said that they took blasting caps from someone. Okay, now I don't know if you guys know or familiar with what blasting caps are, but blasting caps are destructive devices. They are numbered in um, strength or velocity of detonation, and like up to a number 10 blasting cap. And blasting caps are used to create something called a sympathetic detonation with other explosives. So, like when you see a movie, you're watching a movie with explosives, let's say a plastic explosive like a C4, and then they put that cap in there, that's likely a number 10, 8 to 10 blasting cap. When the blasting cap goes off, that blasting cap creates a sympathetic detonation between the cap and the Charlie 4 or the um, t- compound B or whatever it is. And I'm reading the document and it says that they seized blasting caps, but what they were electric matches. Okay, so I want you guys to think about this, all right? So you could go on eBay right now. What's up, Shooting Gallery New England? Apache Wolf. Oh my God, it's Apache Wolf. What's up, brother? Um, because I've studied explosives for a long ass time, man. Um, and it's something that's like, like it's legal, federally. Just look at all the other little rules, laws, regulations, restrictions, and sanctions, and all that stuff. And don't ever transport explosive. And this is not advice. It's not advice. I'm just saying to myself in the camera, don't ever transport explosives. If you do ever use explosives, then you must consume them on your property at that time. Don't store them. Don't do anything other than use them responsibly. But just don't mess with them, okay? Anyway, what was I saying? Okay, so electric matches. So the ATF is saying that the solar igniters and model rockets. Yeah, there's so many. So, for an example, this ATF document said that they seized um, blasting caps. Okay, these were electric matches which are used to ignite fireworks remotely. So, for an example, if I make a little firework, which I've done before actually on stream with flash powder. Flash powder, you take something like magnesium and um, KNO3, which is potassium nitrate, and sulfur, mix it together, make a little firecracker or a big firecracker, whatever, as long as you do it responsibly. And then you put the wire into the firecracker, we'll call it. I don't want to call it a device. And then you back up, and then you plug it into the little device, and then you hit the remote, and it triggers an explosion. That is not a blasting cap. They are charging somebody with explosives for having something that is the equivalent to a lighter and a fuse. Like, bro, these fools don't know what they're doing. I was looking at the sheet and it said like, they seized like all these unregistered machine guns, caliber unknown, serial number unknown, like all this crazy shit, right? And then it was like seized one round of 22 LR. Like what? And then they seized 1,000 rounds of 5.56, and you know what they said? Estimated value $150. Like what? Bring that over here, dog. I'll pay 150 all day for 1,000 rounds of 5.56. XM 193 too. Shit. All their prices were completely off. Of like everything was off. Like one day we should actually go through the document just to be able to laugh together. Like that shit was hilarious. Oh my god. Oh man. The AFT makes the process the punishment. Yeah, for sure. Because like imagine having to go to court and drag that out and be like, dude, these are Chinese electric fuses that you can buy literally on eBay. And I make fireworks. I make fireworks. I go outside with my daughter and I'm like, hey, let's make a smoke bomb. Let's make a firecracker. Pow, that's cool. Let's go back inside. Like, bro, it's the equivalent to a fuse and a lighter. And you're charging somebody with a felony of possession of explosives. ATF is dangerous, man. They don't know what they're doing. I don't have any additional information on what happened to Larry Vickers. Oh, y'all probably aren't gonna like it, but I heard a little birdie tell me something, and I don't know. DLD, the AFT knows exactly what they're doing, brother. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you're probably right. They're or like was mentioned earlier, they're punishing people with the process. It's the same thing like Adam Grubb. When we went through and told his story, they found, and this is what they do. This is why I've been concerned, right? They find something. Now in his case, it was illegal, right? But even in someone's house who has been completely sanitized, like somebody like me who is completely sanitized, their entire home, like nothing will be found that is illegal at all. But they will find something if they really want to badly. Like if they have a target on you, they will find something that they deem is illegal and therefore take every legal firearm, all your ammunition, everything. That's how they go, man. That's how they get down. Um, Truth Seeker says, "Yo, DLD, what ranges you recommend in Nova?" So there's, I honestly don't really like shoot. I got a couple like private property spots that may be becoming available to me, but um, what the fuck is that range called? Uh, 340. So there's a range called 340. It is off Route 340 in West Virginia, so it is a little bit of a drive, but you can shoot long range. You can, I mean, they have a 1,000 yard range, which they actually make you qualify for if you're shooting like 50 BMG or 338 Lapua Magnum or something like that. Um, I think I can't recall right offhand, but they also have like just standard ranges too. Another great range in West Virginia. It's a little, I know again, but I like outdoor ranges that are like interactive and you know, eh, I'll explain what I mean by that in a second. Um, Tango Down in West Virginia is an excellent range. You pay them $20 in cash because they don't understand how credit card and merchant services work in that part of the world. So you hand them $20 in cash, and then you just get to go shoot. Now, what's dope is if you go when it's empty, they open up the whole, and it's honestly like it's empty a lot during the week. They have all these steel targets out. They have the reactive targets like the wheels. They got the dueling trees. They got targets out to 100 yards. So you could, if the range is empty, they'll let you go past the bay and outside of the lanes, and they'll let you just run the range. So I've been out there before where I've been like just in my gear, and I'll start working like the targets, like walking, just nailing the targets. Like you're not in a lane like this, like pew pew pew. You're literally walking like the whole range, actually moving, taking cover, and it's dope, man. That's definitely a blast. So those are dope. And there's a bunch of other ranges like out in Fairfax, the NRA range, which if you're going to go to the NRA range, you got to go to the NRA museum if you haven't been there, regardless of what you feel about the NRA, man. The NRA is a bunch of fucking corrupt ass pieces of shite. But um, I would say that um, whatchamacallit, the museum is nothing short of remarkable. It is crazy. They have some of the most beautiful firearms I've ever seen in my life. Larry didn't renew his SOT and they took all his firearms. Yeah. So that is what was said. Um, Somebody told me something else. I don't know if necessarily this is true, but I don't care. I'm going to say it. So hang on a second. Apache Wolf, you got it. Two wires, a piece of screen wire, and a battery. Same thing. Yeah, little 9 volty. If they'll arm those gangsters and get an agent killed, who's to say they won't do the same in the homeland? You never know. Big eyes throw up. Snickers about Vickers. Yeah, it's a Snickers. They definitely exist to fuck over Americans. Absolutely. Why else would they be here? Probably safe to make your own anymore. Half the neighborhood fireworks I saw this year didn't even leave the ground but still went off. Oh, yikes. Authoritarian communism tactics. Yep. What's up, Flying Rich? Dang, I'm mad far back in chat, dude. My bad. I'm missing all y'all. Chuck Norris Gun Club. What's up, brother? All right, let me go through and say what's up to y'all. My bad. Chuck Norris Gun Club, Vanessa Kitty, Dirt McGirt, Chinaman, Got you, thanks, DLD. I'll check out 340 and Tango Down. Hell yeah. Rich, you doing okay after a shot? What's up, Richie Rich? CNT Designs, Ting Ting, House Cat, Andy Lipsco, Dirt McGirt again, Chinaman. Your chop. Pyramid cigarettes are not a brand for me, SA. Thank you for sharing. AA Outdoors, what up? All paid for by members. Hey, AA Outdoors, I'm so excited for Monday to come. You have no idea, brother. I'm like so excited. I can't wait to pay you back, if you know what I'm saying. Go skiing, you know what I'm saying? I'm just kidding. Too many choices. What up? Opie, Divinity Guitars, MK Joe, JC9, Truth Seeker, Toy Town Inc., Sport Brand, John Rice, all y'all. Love all y'all. Wilbur. P38. What up? Bacon. What up? DB Koopa. It's not a Koopa. All right, I think that'll do it. Anyone else is here? Everyone else is just watching. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all coming in. What up, biatches? The damn. Oh man, that sucks, dude. Man, I'm so sorry, dude. You're not the only one, man. I know a family right now that both the husband and wife have it, and they have 5 kids, and none of the kids could, hold up. Sorry, and none of the kids can go to school, even though some of them are tested positive, some of them negative. They've all been exposed, so literally they're stuck working from home while they're dealing with this, and like 5 kids. Like, man, I couldn't imagine, dude. So much love to you, man. I hope you get better, hope you recover, and I hope that it is nowhere near as bad as my situation is. Yes, yes, I did. I think you meant DLD, but FLD sounds good. um, okay, so here's what I heard about Mr. Stickers, the Vickers. So what I was told in the form of a question was that the world was being told that Larry Vickers did not renew his SOT, and as a result of that, his all of his SOT items, all of his items on his books, everything, machine guns valued at God, I could not even imagine how much that he spent decades and decades of his life acquiring. He let his SOT lapse. Now you guys have to understand, like, the amount of reminders that you get, the amount of contact with the ATF that you have, like when you have an SOT. Like, I had heard that it is absolutely impossible, nearly impossible, to let your SOT expire unless you are negligent. Now, I know he was going through treatment at the time. He still likely is. Obviously, he got, cancer, and what's up, Kimball? Um, and all that. Like, but there's still other people in his life that are helping take care of him. And so when I was speaking to somebody that knows more about situations like this, they had said, "Do you think it's a possibility that he may have gotten in some trouble, and that to strike a deal with the ATF, he agreed to let his SOT expire so that they could take all of his inventory. That's all I'm saying. Oh, I thought he had cancer. I was told that he had cancer. Maybe they were talking about him going through treatment with his wife. That's what I heard. All the guns he couldn't transfer were taken. They could have been transferred out to other SOTs. Oh my God, there's so many other things that he could do. There's lists of things that he could have done as opposed to letting it expire and losing. Oh my God, like it's crazy. And we're talking about like pieces of history in his collection. I don't know. I mean, not necessarily Opie, because if all he did was let his collection and all of his machine guns and all like everything go, um, as opposed to like snitching on someone or whatever, like terrible thing he could have done. Um, so okay, so that's what I'm thinking. Based on what was proposed to me in the form of a question, was that basically, is it possible that he got in trouble and that in a deal with the ATF agreed to let his SOT lapse so that they could take all the inventory, all the machine guns and everything, including potentially some unregistered machine guns and silencers and destructive devices and things like that, like unregistered 40 millimeter grenade launchers that were built with paper trails leading back to separate websites where you order the rifled barrel from, which you used to not be able to do. Now you can. Um, you could One could go to one website, buy a receiver for a 40 mic, and then go to another website and buy a rifled 40 millimeter barrel for a tube and put one together. Like it's crazy. If they found, oh man, like, and then like, what if they found like I could just picture like bandoliers of 40 millimeter, just like, oh my God, that he like hand loaded. Man, man, oh man. Fire sale, medical bills. Yeah, I don't know. He probably got nothing for all of them unless there was some type of deal where they were going to be like, yo, we'll pay you or something. Because dude, the ATF is just like any other government agency. They will throw money at the wall to try to make something happen, even if it is stupid, so stupid. Yeah, let's get all these legal firearms off the street. These legal firearms have no place here. These legal firearms that in the past half of a century of this man's life have never hurt anybody and have been responsibly locked up in, a gun room with a safe door. Anyway, um 1,170 subs to the safety doc. Dude, good job, man. You should be proud of yourself, man. True, ATF is the firearm IRS. That's it. They were actually born from the Treasury Department. Their job is to collect taxes. And that's what they do. They do it very well. Because guess what? When you send off a tax stamp, the first thing they do is cash that check, bro. Sorry, I got an itchy back. I'm sitting here on stream with 55 people scratching my back with an old ass, probably 100-year-old back scratcher. This back scratcher actually came from my grandmother who served in the military and killed a Nazi uh, during her time of service. I wonder how many backs this is scratched. Look at that thing. Um, she was a nurse, medic, whatever you want to call it. Back scratcher, channel back scratcher. Um, she was a nurse or medic. I guess at that time they called it a nurse, but she was in the military, and she's in the army. And I mean, she was so at the time she was born the year before the Titanic set sail, which was so 1911. So she's probably like 30, like what 30? Yeah, around 30. And I don't know if you guys know this, but they would actually take prisoners of war into these, camps where they would take care of people, right? Where, they would treat Americans that were injured, they would treat German soldiers that were injured, and they would have prisoners of war in there being treated to keep them alive to, hopefully get information from them. Um, Basically, dude had a firearm. He snuck some type of firearm. I don't know what kind of firearm it was, and he was gonna hurt people. So she took a bayonet and stabbed him through his back, through in the sternum area. You know, through the back, but like in the sternum area, um, with a bayonet. Grandma, go hard, and I would never in a million years imagine sitting down with my grandmother, eating Pillsbury, like, cinnamon rolls, bacon and orange juice, and she finally told me that story, and I was "Holy shit," like, I can, like, picture it, but I can only picture her as my grandma doing it like my old grandma, like, just bayoneting somebody. God, you know what I didn't ask her though? I didn't ask her if it was just like a loose bayonet or if it was a bayonet attached to a rifle. Bro, that would have been badass if it was attached to a rifle. Oh man. Yeah. Granny gangsta. Craig Licker, what up? Only fake war is possible. Yeah, we're in it. We're in the fake war. Granny is based. I come from a OG original Granny. Yeah. Nice job, Granny. The original back scratch. Zip ties are full autos. Yeah, zip ties are full auto. You already know. Yeah, the third one is likely not going to be fought overtly. This is a sneaky war because they know what'll happen. I mean, imagine that you can't. I mean, just do the math. It's impossible. It would create an impossible force that they could not, absolutely could not stand up against, especially when their forces are cut in half. Because I guarantee you, 50% of those fools are going to be like, no, not going to do it. Not going to take out my own people. Not going to oppress my own people. I'm not going to kick down the doors of my own people. Uh, you know, I mean, I had the dude come on Diesel TV. He's the chief of police. He's like, none of my people would do that. And I was like, "Yeah, but, like, they got kids to feed. They got, da da da." And someone said, "Dead dudes don't get paychecks." And that's true. He said, "I would never put my guys in that amount of danger." And I was like, "Dang, like, that's somebody that cares about their people, for real, for real." And we wonder, WTF with the garbage going on now with the lost equipment. Dude, I'm still, and I totally agree, C&T. We are in the coldest of wars because the people that are being programmed and having their mind like just massaged by the programming of the world, the mainstream media and social media and all this shit. As I talk to you guys on a form of social media, a highly whatever. Anyway, these people have no idea because they are trapped in this world of consumerism and just convenience and compliance and begging for safety and fear. And I think I've shared this on here before. It kind of, hang on. So with what I do from time to time, I go out to people's homes, right? It depends. Sometimes I'll do meetings at, various places, various office buildings, but at times I'll go out to people's homes and meet people. And um, I showed G Lock my bull the G pup. Nice, man. That's what's up. G Lock has no sense of humor. I believe that. Um, so I'm talking with this dude and rapping with him, and I was like, you know what? I'll just come to your home, right? And he's like, yeah, come on by. I work from home all day, every day. It's super easy. So it was easier for me to go there to have a professional business meeting with this individual, and I come there and I see a Jeep, like a typical white dude, middle-aged gun guy Jeep, right? You got like your Gadsden flag plates, you got your Magpul sticker, I think he had like a Benchmade sticker. Like I could tell, like, all right, he's a gun dude, right? And then I see in the garage one of the doors is up, and I see a Gadsden flag and an American flag and you know, tool like it was straight up like, the dude obviously was like what he appeared to be like one of us, right? And with people like that, at times, like I'll sit there talking with people about conspiracy theories and firearms and building and stuff like that, and still do business with them. But um, he was like, do you want me to wear a mask? Or, do you feel comfortable? Do you want to wear a mask? Like, how do you want to do this? And I was like, "I'm comfortable with whatever you're comfortable with." And he was like, "Oh, well, I'm vaccinated, so don't worry. But my whole family's vaccinated, and my son is 4. He's going to be 5 soon. So pretty soon they'll have the vaccine out for him too." And I'm like, "What? What? This doesn't make sense. You're telling I just walked by and your whole garage is and you have a 750-pound gun safe here and like wait, what happened? What happened to you? Have you just been programmed by the media to such a level? Like even and this is where people go wrong, right? They're like, "Oh, I'm not watching that, crazy media stuff. I'm not watching CNN. I'm not watching, MSNBC. I'm watching Fox." Dude, do you think that that is not fake programming that is literally being like they don't get it. I don't get it. I'm still to this day that one situation is stuck with me, dude. It's nuts. Like they're getting our people. They're getting our people, and I'm not saying that like that's like the mark of the beast and all this stuff, and you know that it's gonna make more frogs gay or anything. I'm just saying that like I just personally don't trust it. If another grown individual wants to go do their thing, then you go do your thing. But kids, though, kids, you're talking about poking 5-year-olds, bro. You want to give them that at 5 years old? I shouldn't say poking. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like at 5, at 5 years old. Of course, they run everything. They own everything. They manipulate everything from from the lowest level to the highest level. From everything to social media to the biggest media outlets to mainstream media to Hollywood to BlackRock to uh, freaking Vanguard, all of our retirement accounts. Everybody, you have a retirement account with them. You have a retirement account with them. You have a retirement account with them. Like all of them. Have you reviewed the cabinet of our current president of the United States? That's why I don't even talk about it really anymore, because it's like it is directly in our face, almost as like a slap. Sorry. Sorry. Let me back up. I would like to keep my I would much rather carry cats for sure. Oh, we getting in the tourniquet battle? Yeah, you can't put a tourney on the noggin. That's why on firearms I can provide my own safety, and the only consumerism that I'm about is building them. Yep. Purchase them, and I purchased a lot of ammunition that I've stored. Yeah, so and that's one of the challenges too. It's like how do you stay out of consumerism with like prepping and security, meaning like firearms, ammunition, armor, gear, all that stuff, because they've monopolized, not monopolized, they've I don't know what's the best word for it. They have turned prepping into a consumeristic consumer like I don't even know how to articulate this. They have turned prepping, which originally was like, okay, this is a way that like individuals can remain as self-sufficient as possible, right? Like, you have renewable sources of water, renewable sources of food, you have secure shelter, and you have security, meaning lots of different things. Let's start by saying firearms and ammunition and armor and gear, whatever. Um, that world has become so consumeristic, I guess if that's a word, to where it's like, how do I not fall into that, right? Because they see like videos like mine and videos like whatever, like they can't advertise shit on this, right? Like all you will see is like Walking Dead ads and like ads for like freeze dried fruit food and like prepper shit and outdoors type shit, and mostly, right? And I'm seeing this shit, and it's like, "Hi, I'm Craig Richardson with Patriot Prepper. I have this, 26-gallon thing of freeze dried food, and we usually sell it for 29.99, but today it's free. And not only do you get one, you get two." I'm like, "Bro, is this slap chop for preppers?" It like a it it's crazy. Oh, man, sorry. And I talk to people too, and I'm like, man, like, I just got this feeling. I got this feeling that we're not in a good place and we're headed in a bad direction, and that something is just gonna like spark it. And then when that fuse lights, man, it's gonna be bad. And some people are like, nah, bro, like, we are winning. Like, look at this incident, look at this incident, look at this. So it's all perspective. And I get it too. I've always had that concern in the back of my head that is like I've I feel like in my lifetime there is going to be like overt conflict, conflict in the open, where terrible things are going to be seen on a normal basis, and it will be normalized. And I don't want to have to go through that. I don't want my family or my daughter to have to go through that. I like imagine like having to sling a PDW under your jacket, and like imagine like drilling the third hole because laws aren't here anymore. And I mean, that'd be cool. But aside from that, like imagine like having to do like terrible things just to like go to the grocery store. Like no one wants that. Sorry. Okay, so it looks like we're talking about tourniquets. Bam bam cock salad. Um Yeah, I found a leak a while back that could have compromised my safety and made it easy to find my real identity. Thought I had all my loose ends tied. Thank God I found it. Bro, I've we all make mistakes, man. You know, I had somebody in the community that fell on hard times, and I was like, yo, let's help them out. And um the way that I sent the fiat currency to him was I knew that this was the only way I could send it to him. Otherwise, he wasn't going to get it. It won't let me click on the link. Just shoot it over to me. It won't let me click on the link. Maybe I could do it on my phone. I'll see. Um, hold on. Let me see. Yee. Oh yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that. There's actually a YouTube video on that. What he is referring to is this unit right here, which is a standalone device that you hold, and you hold it behind the uh, trigger of the AR-15. And hold on, let me see if I can find it. Um, and don't forget about how to get the perfect sear on a steak and a burger, and seasoning and recipes, and you know, food, and just like great stuff for like food and stuff, and grilling, outdoor cooking, camping, and all that. Yeah, so that is the device right there, and it essentially is like brass knuckles that bump fire, which is pretty dope. Print, shoot, and repeat, Rich. Nice. Yeah, I mean, I personally, I don't see the value in that. Now, printing it, yeah, it'll cost you like 14 cents and a couple hours. Um, I see more functionality in a binary trigger system than a lot of the other options out there. Like, do you guys remember the GAT trigger? Like the GAT trigger that was like literally like it had a crank on it where, and look, you could pull it off if you needed to, right? Like, but from a functionality standpoint, like there are reasons, and so many people will say like, and I've heard of people from people that were like in conflict that have like fought for their lives, like GWAT guys that were like, full auto is just like a waste of ammo. It's purposeless. There's no purpose to it. Um, looking at like maybe more of a more urban setting, we're likely going to be dealing with conflict in like yelling distance, speaking distance, right? So being able to, keep heads down, cover fire, dump 3 to 5 rounds in a, torso really quickly, that can be important. But I see the value in that, like being able to pull my trigger 3 times and seeing 6 rounds hit all in the vitals, like that's dope. I like that. Binary to me has a functional place. Um, if if I have to slide my fingers into brass knuckles and place something behind a trigger and hold it like a Remington 700, and or like even the bumpy kind of stocks, right? Like I have to completely change my muscle memory and like move it forward, and yeah. So I find personally I prefer the binaries. I like those. Um, or just, yeah, that Mozambique, the failure drill. Yeah, 3-round burst is dope. I fired a couple firearms with the 3-round burst. I like it. You don't like it, John Rice? I like it. I think it's close to what binaries give you. Um, yeah, I could imagine that. Chuck Norris Gun Club. He says most gunfights are over in 3 seconds or less. I could see that. Once people bacon. I like full auto revolvers. It's like the cylinder just spins, whack, and it's over. That's it. To be fair, 2-round burst is a happy medium. Yeah, and I mean, like I've run the piss out of my. I got a 10.3-inch build that I put on an LWRC lower. Honestly, most of you guys have probably seen it with the binary, and I have a Scorpion with the binary. Now that, like to me, like that turns that thing into like a sub gun. Like that is now like a sub gun. When before it was just kind of like a pistol PCC, but that thing is like a functional sub gun now, and I flocks with it. Montana, Chenamemba, Chenamemba. Binary is better than 3-round in my opinion. Full auto is best, but you guys learn to use it properly. Yeah, I think you gotta learn to use probably. Yeah, everything is about training, right? Like even if like let's just say that laws didn't exist, okay? As of today, right now, boom, laws didn't exist. Now we're going through a thought exercise here, okay? So anybody out there saying that Dirk said that laws didn't exist. Um 49ers just beat the Packers. If that's a sports thing, like is that good or you know? Oh, Dirt McGirt. I think 1S 1K is best. Yeah, it depends on how far away you are, where you're at. You may not have that luxury. Well, I mean, depends, right? Like even up close and personal with a micro compact 9, you could still get that. Oh yes, the fully automatic revolver. I hear the ATF are coming after this now too, because it shoots 1 round per action of the trigger, so it's obviously a machine gun. Of course. Dude, clearly it's a machine gun. The trigger resets. I mean, what other questions do you have? Chuck Norris, if I have to shoot you twice, you are just being stubborn. After seeing literal mobs of people beat someone to death last year, I can see the value of a blind mag dump. Yeah, know your target and what's beyond it, right? What's up, Goy? Miss you, brother. Hope you're doing well. Um, yeah, I mean, under the right circumstances. I mean, no matter what, right? Like, what I was gonna say is, let's say as of right now, it's 11:10 on the East Coast. Let's say the world melted, phew, every power goes off, phone stop working. It's crazy time. It's cannibal craziness and zombies and EMPs and foil hats and like it's all crazy like gay frogs jumping everywhere. Um, if if there were no laws right now and you were like, okay, I'm finally going to do it, take a receiver, you know, if no laws, you drill your third hole, do any additional milling that you may need to do, drop your sear in, or you do a drop in auto sear, or do whatever you choose to do, right? You make a machine gun and then you just close the upper, you whatever you did, you close the upper, you sling it up, and then you just sit like, all right, I'm waiting. It's like, well, you didn't train like that. You didn't train to be effective with that system. So what's the point? Like in the beginning of this stream, we're talking an hour and a half ago, I had said that skill, like skills, knowledge, information will never trump anything. Like, doesn't matter how much you prep, how much you collect, how much you hoard, how much you like, whatever. Like, you do a conversion, like, okay, great. Have you trained effectively on that platform? Like, you know, even if you got a binary system, train, like, just train. Training is the most important thing you can do. Active training where you're dragging ass, tired as hell, out of breath, losing motor skills, stressed out. Like, if you can get put yourself in an environment like that, I see dudes at public ranges, like small little crowded public ranges in full gear, like dropping down, doing like, push-ups, and then grabbing their gun and then going to work. And I mean, yeah, like, that's crazy. That's a little too much and that's intense, but they're stressing themselves out, they're tiring themselves out, and they're pushing themselves to the limit that they can with the resources that they can to, you know, train. So training, skills, information, knowledge will always be more valuable than stuff. Plus, we are stuck in this world of stuff. We've been programmed to love stuff. Sorry, I've not been looking at chat. Food and water. Dark, we gotta stop vaping. I can't breathe at all anymore. Really? What kind of juice you vaping, bro? You honestly, the type of juice that you vape is an extremely important thing. Know what's in the stuff that you're vaping, man. Hold up. But Garantham said looking cool is most important too. I'm sorry. I thought I said that first. Sorry. I missed that. Maybe. Food and water and rest above bullets. Yeah, for sure. And medical, man. Medical is mad important. Dude, I think I got some flack for going through that medical little, um what do you call it? Like, where I displayed like a little bit of a medical process that could help somebody out in the field. It's basically a potential secondary option, like, to not having to do sutras or stitches out in the field. So if somebody caught a graze, or somebody got their arm slit open, or if you got cut, in a fight, or just against a random rusty piece of metal, like whatever. Um, Let me know if you want me to redo the little demonstration, and I'd be glad to show you guys again, um, what I showed, which I kind of caught some flack for. Detective John Kimball, please put in chat what you had for dinner this evening. Crazy glue. Yeah. Command control communication. And Chuck Norris, I'm forgetting the type of high speed mofo that you are. You know the deal. Slip, fall on a broken beer bottle, etc. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we talked about that, but it's a good topic. Kama Sutras. Yeah, Kama Sutures. Yeah. All right, I'll show you. Wasting my gorilla tape. No, it is an important topic. You know what? Let me throw my hoodie on because I am not trying to throw. I don't know if y'all have seen my arms. That's a gang of hair right there, and I'm not trying to throw duct tape on on that kind of hairy ass arm. But I will tell you that if you are ever in the field, even if you're just out camping, and somebody gets a wound on their, like, anywhere, if somebody gets a wound and you're out in the field, or you don't have access to a hospital, or to and I've heard this has been a big thing that people talk about in, like, the prepping, as they call it, world. Um, and I say it like that because, like, we should be on a journey of total self-sufficiency, and I'm far from it. But you know, anyway, so if you're out in the field and let's say that on your arm you get a slash on your arm that is like, let's say a gash this big and it's deep, okay? And if you've ever had a significant cut on your arm, you bleed a lot from appendages. You bleed a lot from your phalanges. I don't know if you know that, um, which means that stippling is very important. So, okay, so you get a gash on your arm and it bleeds. There's a couple things that you need to do. Now, people say, keep a suture kit in your medical, bags and all that. Um, if you were to make the decision to give somebody stitches in the field, there's a few things to consider. Number one, a s- sewing somebody shut is not a an option for bleeding control. Like, that doesn't stop bleeding, right? So you need to first close the blood vessels and capillaries. So that needs to happen first. The bleeding needs to stop. Then after the bleeding stops, you want to keep the wound clean. So there's wound irrigation. And what I had brought up is in this uh, gray bearded green beret, so GB2, did a video on this. It was great. And doing sutras can cause additional tissue damage. There's another risk of infection, a high level risk of infection, even if through your sutras you're sewing somebody shut and one of their arm hairs, like mine, just ends up, getting stuck inside or folded up inside. Like that in itself will cause an infection. A hair follicle that's upside down can cause an infection. So, what you want to do is you want to clean the wound, irrigate the wound, and one of the best ways to do that is with soap and water. If you don't have soap and water and you only have water and you're not like at risk of dying of thirst, right? Because that's more important. Um, a 32-ounce bottle of sanitized water, just, boiled water, um, not scorching hot, right? It's been cooled off, okay? You put it in the snow for a bit, depending on where you at. You may or may not have snow. Um, you literally just take it and hold it up as high as you can create some additional pressure. And on your wound, you pour the water down to irrigate the wound. And as it washes out, bacteria, as it washes out, dirt, debris, dust, whatever has settled in the wound, because it's not closed at this point, it is an open wound. You're literally irrigating it with your 32 ounces of clean water. So that water pressure from holding it up high irrigates the wound, gets all the nasty shit out of it. And then what most people say that they should do is keep a suture kit in their medical kit and then sew this person shut, which is poking an additional 12, 14, 16, 18, like who knows how many holes in somebody with a needle that may not be sterile, with likely dirty hands. If you don't have soap and water to even clean a wound, you probably don't have clean hands, and the risk of infection increases tremendously. The increased tissue damage at that point is crazy. So the best thing to do is as opposed to um, sewing a person shut, you can kind of make fake sutras. So the way that you do that is you take, let's say the wound is that big, right? Hang on. Okay. So you could take some, I forgot the term for it. It's very thin cord. You can get like Kevlar cord, you can get, whatever it is. You don't really want to use paracord because that's super thick. If there's a way to God, I'm forgetting the term of it, but it's a very thin cord, and you take it and you run it through the top part right here. So let's say you run it through and you put it like, you know, 85% towards the top, and then you fold the tape over it. So sorry, inside this at the top, at this part right here, there would be cordage inside of it. Okay. And then you take the other side, do the same thing, lay down your cordage in there. Um, Fold that bad boy up. So again, it would kind of look like this to where it's a little thicker because you're going to have cordage running through there, very thin, narrow cordage running through there, and very sticky Gorilla Tape. So now you have two sides like this, okay? So let's say the wound is on my arm and it's slashed right down here, okay? I have already irrigated and cleaned the wound. So as opposed to taking fishhook needles and running them through my additional, my tissue and causing additional tissue damage and increased risk of infection and, all that bullshit. What you do is if the wound is right here, you want to tape it where it is literally just right up to the wound, and let's say right here. So where you have a little bit of space where it's going to be pulling your skin tighter. So here's what you do. Oh, sorry, I was out of frame. So there's cordage running through this, there's cordage running through this. Then you take a needle with the same cordage or similar cordage and you do stitches, but you do it through the tape. And the placement of the tape is important because you got to make sure that you're actually going to pull the wound tighter together. And you go through it with the needle, go through the other side, go through with the needle, go through the other side, and you literally do the same thing all the way down. And you're tightening it the whole time, and you're pulling this shut. And the duct tape that is firmly applied is going to pull your skin as it does it. And what happens is you're reducing the risk of scarring. Okay, like scarring isn't that big of a deal at that point. It's not going to matter, but you can't see the shit anyway, it doesn't matter. um, you're not eliminating, right? Like even professional grade sutures aren't going to eliminate the risk of scarring. Who gives a shit about scars anyway, right? The most important thing is that the wound was cleaned, it was irrigated. The additional tissue damage that would have been done with the needles did not happen, and you're putting duct tape on it to pull the wound closer together so it is more likely to heal. It keeps it closed, so it keeps dirt, dust, debris, gunpowder, whatever the hell is going to be, up in there anyway. But underneath it's not, you know, sutured tight together, so it still gives the wound the ability to drain, and you're not sitting there poking fucking a dozen holes in your or 2 dozen holes in your friend. So, and I am not a medical expert at all. Like I'm literally giving this information to you from a YouTube video. Okay, go check out Gray Bearded Green Beret. He's a good dude. Um, but this gives the ability to um, carry duct tape and crazy glue, if nothing else. Hell yeah! I mean, that's a bandage right there. And of course, you can have quick clot, and all that shit. Any type of like hemostatic agent, but you gotta know that anything like that has to be surgically removed after it's uh, applied. So, are you guys talking about sucking chest wounds? Skinny Medic is great. Here's where I would start. If you don't have any medical at all, and I actually had somebody hit me up in a viewer, and they sent me an email, and they were like, "Yo, thank you." I went to North American. Fuck, I always forget. Hold on. North American Rescue. I went to North American Rescue and I bought, my first like medical kits and, like awesome. Thank you. And congratulations. You should be fucking proud that you did, man, because most people don't have medical, don't know what the fuck to do with medical, don't know what to do in the situation of a sucking chest wound. But here's the thing. So now you have your kit and you can get a trainer kit too, but it's still a hot kit. Like it's an active kit. It's ready to go. If you needed to use it in the field, it's still the same shit. It's just a different color. So you still have to be able to get training on everything that's in that kit, which includes training on sucking chest wounds, training on uh, tourniquet, training on all the shit that's in there. So, oh, by the way, after you do the duct tape trick, you could put an Israeli bandage over it, which would, suck up any additional like draining and shit like that. It would keep pressure on it. It'd be good. It'd be good. You could do that. I mean, one could choose to do that if they so desire. What about in the movies where you stick your Bowie knife in the fire till it's red hot, then cauterize the wound? You know, cauterizing is a method to stop bleeding. Um, it's like treating a wound post the blood stopping. Because the first thing you got to do is you got to close those blood vessels and capillaries, and you have to stop the bleeding. Once you stop the bleeding, what do you do? Especially if you have an open wound. Yeah, you could just burn the shit out of it. A lot of people talk about laying down gunpowder and and that's some intense shit. But I would technically fire, the heat fire does sterilize and, cauterizing stops bleeding. So this is kind of like after treatment if you choose other options. Um, someone mentioned something else though. Hold up. The Crump is here. Welcome back, Crumpy. Twice in one stream. Yeah, for the lungs. Okay, so this is what I was gonna say. So, training on the equipment that you got is the most important thing. Now, if you only got one hot kit, or if you didn't get like a kit and a training kit or whatever, um, it you don't want to just like wasted like training on shit, right? I mean, you can, but it's money blown away. So what you want to do is, I mean, honestly, look shit up on YouTube. There's Stop the Bleed classes on YouTube that you can go to, which are great. Um, and then also um, local fire departments, a lot of organizations do Stop the Bleed classes. They do classes for sucking chest wounds. They do classes for where you can literally work on they have these, fake arms and legs and torsos and heads and shit like that, where you can literally work on shit that's spewing out fake blood. Um, and it's cool. I actually just the other day practiced putting a tourniquet on just to see if I could stop my pulse in that appendage, and found out a reminder that it's very easy to stop the pulse in an appendage. Um, but nowadays, man, if you can get to a hospital, man, you're good. You're good. Um, Just reverse the pin from the sharp wedge for puncturing the lungs. Turn it around. Ow. Tape it into place as a drain. Yeah. Yeah, I've heard about that too. The only time that it's okay to stab your friend, well, if they needed a, was it a tracheotomy or whatever? Yeah, so medical's a mofo, man, and people with little training on medical, like I don't have a whole lot of training on medical. Um, I think people with only a little bit of training on medical are probably more dangerous than people with training on medical because they're like, stop, I know what to do. Let's do this. I watched one stream where Dark sewed duct tape on his hoodie. Let's do this. you know, what was that third leg appendage? Then Dark gave himself a stranger. oh, stranger danger. Oh man. Tension Numa for the win. We all stab each other to build up respect. Yeah, that's how we do it around my way too. You not have hoodie? She. Y'all never played a game of stab when you were in school? Yeah, I actually still have um, a small piece of graphite in my skin. Damn, which side is it in? Oh, there you go. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this, but any girl that you know that is named Tina is likely crazy, willing to harm you, and very unpredictable. So there was this girl Tina when I was growing up, and I was like probably in fifth, maybe sixth grade. I think fifth, but she stabbed me with a pencil, and I was putting my hand in her face like that, and she literally came down with, I mean, like a wooden number two pencil, okay? And she came down and stabbed right in there, and part of the graphite broke off. And I mean, she got deep in there, and I don't know if you're gonna be able to see. It's a little darker right there. Where? Right there. Sorry, I have to do it backwards. It's like a tad bit darker. It's deep enough to where I don't want to cut it out. I've actually tried to cut it out and remove it before, and it was very uncomfortable and inconvenient. Um, I'm the type of dude that has like no problem doing like surgery on myself. Um, I don't like feel much on my skin. Like at least like the yeah, Tina is hardcore. She does not play. I found tactical pencils from a special supplier. Dude, there are a bunch of tools out there that can be hidden in the like everyday kind of situation that are very effective. Sharpies, pencils, all sorts of stuff. And if you know where to go on a human, but if you, I'll say it differently, if you study biology and you know where to go, I mean, anything can be lethal. A punch can be lethal. A kick can be lethal. And that's the day he became dark. yeah, basically. Yeah, the Sharpie's a stabby. Yeah. Anatomy. Yeah, anatomy. That's right. Thank you. Biology. I left school at 15, so, I my highest level of schooling was when I was a 15-year-old boy. So, remember that. Yeah, I've met some Juanitas that were not very kind. Um, Juanita, Tina, that almost rhymes. Yeah, there's been a few those names that just like resonate with you. Um, no, I appreciate it, man. I'm My brain's still a little cloudy. I got stabbed in high school by some dipshit who was trying to join a gang before it came down on my arm and kept going. My shirt was ruined. Yeah, I got hit with a screwdriver under my right armpit like 2.5 times. Um, there's barely, I mean, there's scarring, but there's like barely like puncture wounds. I think people don't really fully understand like how hard, like if you have something like that, like something like a screwdriver, like a Phillips head really needs to go in there with some force. And I was holding him on the ground and I had him basically mounted, and this fool pulled out a screwdriver and I was slipping. I didn't even know. I thought he was like punching me at first. And then I was like, bro, I'm wet. I had a friend that actually got his lungs punctured with one of those old school Browning buck knives, the silver one with the black handle. I forgot the model number, but it's like probably one of the most like popular buck knives that you see people rocking. Like, the dudes that like open carry their, even a knife, how much force it takes, people don't get. Yeah, for sure. So luckily, it was mostly like surface damage, I'd call it. Still got the dents. Yeah, nothing like getting stabbed by a blunt object. Yeah, yeah. I mean, at first, I'd say like the first two, I thought he was like punching me in my rib cage because I was like this and this was exposed, and I just felt pressure, but it was nothing like serious. I didn't even go to the doctor or hospital or anything. I was just leaking on my shirt. I was like, bro, homie, give me a new shirt, dog. My parents are gonna be mad tomorrow if they find out. 18-ounce framing hammer. Ooh, yeah. I like those framing hammers that have the kind of like what do they call it? Like the deer foot, the fawn foot at the bottom. You can get such good leverage with that, man. And the what do you call it? In the metal, they got the lines in the metal. Damn, I can't recall right offhand. Scoring. The scoring in the metal is nuts, man. It's like a little field of spikes. Everybody knows an Erica. Bro, I got two exes that are both named Erica. Um, one of them passed away, drug overdose, but the other one is very much alive. Older dudes who pick up their girlfriend from high school. Yes, those dudes. The dudes that open carry their PF9 or their Sky or you know. And dude, I'll rock a PF9 all day. Like I have no problem with that. I'm just saying, like we all know that guy, right? That like whatever. And if I'm talking about you, I'm sorry. Dark sent IG pic of lead in my knee from pencil. Oh snap! Hopefully it's not fresh. Squad 51, YouTuber named Dark, down on the corner of 5th and Main. Please respond. Copy. Responding. Hold on, my bad. I missed a bunch of chat. Good old number two lead pencil. This was the days of graphite. Um, I was not around when they used actual lead. Hammers akimbo. Oh, dude, that'd be brutal. Yeah, I mean, for melee, this is what a lot of people don't do. I just looked over at my plate carrier, right? Like, you got to have a few options of like quick access on your plate carrier. And I'm not talking like I got two plate carriers. I got the overt plate carrier to where like it's crazy level threat protection. It is way overdoing it in every possible category, and you have your primary, which would be your long gun. You have your secondary, which would be a handgun for most people, right? I know some people are going to be like, my secondary is my Serbu Super Shorty. And I actually do have an HK clip fastened to my Molly that if needed, I can clip my Serbu Super Shorty on. Yeah. Anyway, so, long gun, sidearm, and then I keep a chin gun tucked uh, somewhere else in my plate carrier. The chin gun is for a couple different reasons. It's called a chin gun because it's to be used on oneself if they're black on ammo and it's you know time to call it. Yeah, I'm happy with the stream. I mean, it's we're just having a conversation. Um, my guest had to reschedule. If you were present for that, Gerchop. So you got to have one option for backup of the backup, which is a quick, like GTF OM, like get the flock off me. Mine is a K-bar TDI in a holster, well, in Kydex, right on like my right lower rib cage, and that could be used for like weapon retention. If somebody tries to go for my handgun, I can quickly pull it out and start bringing their outsides or their insides outside. Um, and on the left side, I got a large fixed blade. It's narrow, like it hides well, doesn't take up a lot of place on a lot of space on the plate carrier. But the if you don't have like go-to stuff that's like quick melee, like blades, or I also got this thing called a Guardfather spike. Here, I'll show you the spike. Hang on. Everyone needs a spike. So this is something that you can rock like in an administrative pocket, or you can literally just clip it onto your Molly. It's the size of a pen. It's super strong for what it is and how much it is. But this is you can get them at JSD Supply for. I'm just kidding. They don't have these. But it's literally the size of a pen. I tuck it in my Molly, and it clips on just like a pen has a clip, and there's a button. Now it's kind of cool because the button you can actually roll this over so it can't fire, right? Or you could roll it back over to expose the button, and when you click the button, spike comes out. It's pretty freaking strong for what it is, and this is a good like quick, backup if you need to poke some holes in something. Or if you just needed to break some ice for a couple drinks while you're out in the field, The spike I like because it's like this is one roll, one purpose, one thing. It's not to slash, it's not like the only thing this is for poking holes and aerating it on the way in and out. And the point, it doesn't look very sharp, but the point is actually like micro chiseled to this like crazy weird, like extremely sharp point. It's super small, but I mean, man, this thing is mean. It's mean looking. I don't think I have a link, but you can get them at Blade Play for like $20. Just go to bladeplay.com. This is the only blade. I guess I can't really call it a blade, but this is one of the only blades that I have purchased for $20 that I would actually rock all my gear. And not just because the cool factor of, hey, I got a spike, but it's truly effective. I've seen them literally like taken to cinder blocks and cinder bricks and just chip, 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 chip. Like this thing is going to do its job. So having a few backup options on your carrier is a really good option. Microtech is good too. I don't know how much force they could take. I mean, in the right spots, yeah, for sure. Oh, this is the question of the night, yeah. All right, so here's what you do. So we're gonna take a poll in chat. Dark Gerchop, who would win? Put a D or a G in chat. I'm a little scrappy. I'm a little scrappy, Gerchop. Not gonna lie. Don't let the Trader Joe's sparkling water fool you. Dang, Montana came out quick with the D. Gerchop, you always love busting my balls during streams, man. Oh, dirt. That's a good neutral place to stand. I respect that, dirt. Damn, House Cat said Gerchop. Damn, even Martin said Gerchop. It's a trap. Yeah, I know. How can you can't win in this situation? D and G, hug it out. D and G after dark. Hey, we could do that if you'll get on camera. John Rice says D. Gerchop didn't even vote. Damn, Gerchop, you don't even have that much confidence to vote on on yourself. Don't you believe in yourself? DLD after dark. We all know you were drinking vodka. Damn, if I punished that much vodka, I would be a pure Russian. How am I supposed to know? It's all fun and games. Gerchop fights dirty. Yeah, he may. I don't know if you guys remember, what is it, Midnight Express, where the dude, the dude goes up to him and like you're thinking, what was it? It was in that Joe Rogan thing. He's like, I was looking at him like, is he gonna give him CPR or like what's he doing? And he goes down and he bites his fucking tongue out and spits it out like blah. Like yeah, I fight dirty. I'll know dark. I'll commission Antoine Bandelli to do a fight scenario. I don't even know who that is. Gerchop. He probably has a shank. If so, 100% will use it. Yeah, I think Gerchop is he PWEDC's a shank. Oh man, I'm dying. I just imagine having the ice pick, ripping arse, and having the spike poke out. G with his keistered shank. That's right. We would have to get you out of jail somehow first. We'd have to stage that could be one of our like annual meet and greets. We could do like a dark and Gerchop fight meet and greet. I mean, we could rock gloves and stuff if you want. I mean, I'm cool with bare knuckle brawls. Hits dark with a straightened bed spring in round one. Oh man, you can keep it curly. Who doesn't PWDC a shank? It's great for swimming. Yeah, slap box. That's too soft. Pay per view, dude. A conjugal. Yeah, with Gerchop. Oh man, Gerchop, you know we love you. Gerchop with the lawnmower blade shank for the win. Oh snap! I missed that one. I don't know, Dark. Professional Russian. Ooh, 5'11". I'm literally just under 6 foot, 6 feet. I'm like 5'11 and a half. Gerchop is the kind of guy, hold up, that would escape jail, kill you in your sleep, and then sneak back into jail. I believe it. Dark unPDWC is a 32 and blows Gerchop in the hip. I'll fight that dirty. Drywall hammer. Oh yeah. Sling blade. Talk about chairman sites. Yeah, I was going hard on the my Gerchop is my culture. Oh yeah. I was going hard on the chairman sites, man. I'm not gonna lie. I was busting his chops on it, but when I looked through in that video, when I looked through the setup, I was like, damn, that doesn't look that bad actually. But when I looked through the same setup on a 17, I was like completely unimpressed because the sights are moved like so far forward for only like what an eighth of an inch of you know uh an eighth of an inch of moving the red dot backwards. It doesn't make sense. And you decrease your sight radius and whatever anyone says, I don't care. You can shoot a 17 out to 100 yards. It's not like your optimum, like primary, like go to do that, but you definitely can. Yeah, I had a breaking and entering about a month ago, and someone actually stole my body armor, which is a real bummer because that shit costs a lot of money along with some other stupid stuff. Damn, bro. They stole your armor? Like what the fuck? Dude, there's there's some inexpensive steel armor. I know it's not what everyone wants. Um, like my main go-to plate carrier is level 4 ceramic plates with level 3A soft armor behind it, and not like the little 10 by 12 bullshit soft armor. Like I removed it from a concealable vest. Like the whole coverage I shoved into the plate carrier behind the level 4 plate, and then in the cummerbund, I got 2 on each side of the, like 5.5 by 11.5 or whatever level 3A cummerbund protection. I got 2 stacked on each side, and because I don't like rocking hard plates on the side. Those things are, uncomfortable, they're a pain in the ass, and they suck. Ivanka Trump is fine as well, and he goes right back to skinny white women right away. See? Fairchop, we've gotten to know you pretty well. Sport, Maryland has a castle doctrine, but it's within reasonable force, so no matter what happens, I'll be prosecuted if that does happen. But you know what? I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6 or carried by 2. Nowadays they just put you up on that little foldy thing. Um, so that's like my like go-to crazy like overt plate carrier. But there's going to be situations where like you don't want to rock armor overtly. If shit goes bad, you may want to be hiding the fact that you're armed. You may want to be hiding the fact that you have armor. So that's where like PDWs, subguns, you know, PWEDC, and concealable armor come into play. So if you want some inexpensive concealable steel plates, CATI has the best. It's a patented curve. What they do is they curve the top to like form with your chest perfectly. And then at the bottom, they're not just like flat like most plates are. They curve in at the bottom. So it literally like hugs your body. Like it's almost like a steel suction cup when you hold it to your body. And I know steel, all this shit, it causes, this and that, and your rounds are going to bounce up and hit your femoral artery and you'll be leaking from your body armor and blah blah blah, whatever. It makes you bulletproof, okay? And then of course there is some potential risk with spalling. So pick which one you want. Um, I got the level 3 plates for under $100, the set, both of them, and I got a concealable carrier for $32, and probably 100 DLDers, glowies, bought like damn near the same thing. But I know a shitload of people ordered the same plates because they were like $85. So at the beginning of the Rona, when everyone was going crazy, like I need armor, I need this, I need ammo, I need whatever, I need parts. I was just sharing the link like crazy. I wanted to hook up with the company too, but the company didn't want anything to do with me. He hit me up like, "Dang man, I've gotten so many orders saying DLD sent me. Thanks." I was like, "Cool, I'd love to like get together and chat with you and whatever." And it just totally blew me fucking off. So aside from this situation, I haven't recommended them, but the product is good. Finish him fatality. Oh, I think Andy Lipsco is a little bit behind. Andy, scrub forward to where we're talking about you, but you're not going to see that for like 12 minutes. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night here. I just wanted to, chat with you guys for a little bit. Obviously, we plan on having Invader Zip on to talk about a lot of the 3D printed designs that he's done, the arc that he's done, which is a multi-caliber um, carbine system from like 9, 40, 45, 10 mil. I think those four, maybe more. And Carrie Mulligan. I actually don't know who that is. Um, and the uh, whole project, just everything he's done. Like the dude is like an incredible printer, an incredible like designer. Like the guy is nuts. Like just looking at the arc printed, you can tell that this dude like is a beast. So having him on, that's going to be sick. Um, and then also we have Tactical Pineapple coming up on Tuesday, and then I have Babyface P coming back on Thursday, and DLD After Dark is a lightweight. Come over to my channel for some fun. Damn, Flame Rich. Hey, I don't do shit like that on your channel, bro. Come on. Um, and what the fuck was I saying? Uh, damn, my mind's totally going blank. What the fuck was I saying? I'm tripping. Yeah. Anyway, oh, sorry. Okay, so Babyface P and then Adam Grubb on Saturday. See, this is that shit I was telling you about, man. Like literally my mind will just go blank. Like nothing is there. Nothing is there. And I'm not used to that. I'm used to like moving like highly effective, productive, like organized and shit, and this just like is getting in the way. Um a lot of great guests coming up, man. Love to have you guys there. And I may pop in Discord for a little bit tonight. So if y'all want to kick it in Discord, then feel free to jump in. And aside from that, what I always say is be kind. It is the most powerful thing you can do. It is zero investment on your part, and it is the highest return that you could get. And being kind to somebody, you never know. It could have an impact on their life. It could change their life. It could save their life depending on the situation that they're in. And you never know what somebody's going through, right? So be kind. Always, always be kind. Even when you're pissed off, even when you're stressed out, even when you're running out of money, even when, like, just be kind. Always. If there's one thing that you take away from this shit, it is to be kind. I want to make the world a better place where we're all not fucking dirtbags. Yeah. And anyway, don't forget this spike. Um, Live a life of compassion, contribution, give to others, bless others. You'll be blessed in return. That's what we do, y'all. And make sure that as a good, sane person, that you are becoming as highly skilled in violence as you possibly can be, because we all know that the only thing that protects us from evil is good people, highly skilled in violence, and be as safe and dangerous as you possibly can. I need a shorter sign off. So I'm going to work on that. I love y'all. I'll see y'all later. Thank you. Make sure you're here Tuesday for Tactical Pineapple, and Thursday for Babyface P, and then Saturday for Adam Grubb. Dude, that's going to be such a dope interview. I can't wait. Hearing the story from his mouth. God, it's going to be so dope. Damn, Tactical Pineapple stuck around the whole goddamn time. That's crazy. That's crazy. Thanks for kicking it with us. Have a good night. Eat bacon and carry a big stick. I I like that. That's a good sign off. You know what? Really quickly before I go, I want to have like, you know what? Fuck it. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have a Discord meeting tonight on two things that have to do with this channel. I would love for my people to get involved, and Rich, Flying Rich is already going live. See what he's doing. See what you're doing, Rich. It's creative. He was like, "Hey, check out my channel," and then bloop went live right away. That's smart. That's smart. Um, yeah, after party at the Discord, and thanks, Armitage. After party at the Discord for two things regarding the channel. I want to hear from the community because I love you guys. All right, I'll see y'all later. Keep that thing on you. Peace.